So, Excellency, welcome with the delegation in South Africa. We really appreciate your coming, and we met briefly, so we know each other now. Well, thank you very much, Assistant Minister Watts. It is a pleasure to meet you today. I am told that it is Australia's governing Labour Party's first visit to the African continent, and that we have already been to Morocco and Ghana. I am confident that this visit will serve to strengthen political and economic ties between Australia and countries of the African continent. Today, we are grateful to be able to meet in person to rekindle our partnership and enhance our commitment to cooperate at bilateral and multilateral levels. I am pleased that our meeting affords us an opportunity to briefly focus on our bilateral activity, and it is my desire to have our bilateral relation further strengthened through regular interaction by high-level dignitaries and leaders of business to support the mutual interest of our respective countries. I was pleased to learn that after our meeting today, you will also meet with the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, Deputy Minister Gina, to discuss bilateral economic issues between South Africa and Australia, as well as some technical aspects pertaining to two-way trade, investment, and strengthening the service sector. Such deliberations are mostly welcome, as there's much still to be done, especially in terms of bilateral trade and investment relations. Today, we are eager to engage on a range of topics of interest to South Africa, to share South Africa's views on a number of regional issues in Africa, as well as to speak about matters of international importance. In the same vein, I look forward to hearing your insight on regional development from your side. It is clear that South Africa and Australia continued friendship has seen positive development and closer relations are being forged. Once again, I welcome you to our country and look forward to our engagement, Excellency. I think.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for that very warm and generous welcome. As you say, this is my first visit to the African continent and South Africa in my new role as the Assistant Minister for Foreign Affairs after the election of the Albanese Labor government in May of this year. A priority of the new government is to reinvigorate Australia's ties with countries of Africa. We recognise that the voices of African nations are becoming louder and more influential on the international stage, and we want to listen to those voices. The creation of my role, a new role in our government, is partly motivated by our desire to reinvigorate relations and to listen to perspectives from the continent. So that is why I'm here today. Australia and South Africa have a long friendship and a long relationship with each other. South Africa is Australia's largest trade and investment destination or relationship on the African continent, and I was pleased to be able to meet with Australian businesses operating in South Africa earlier this morning on my arrival. We recognise that South Africa is an important both global and regional voice, and we appreciate the close collaboration that Australia has been able to have with South Africa, particularly in multilateral forums like EORA, where we welcome our close cooperation, the United Nations and the G20, where we congratulate South Africa on the G20 presidency in 2025, and we very much look forward to supporting South Africa achieving a positive, successful outcome from that G20, as we have done with our neighbour Indonesia as the current or previous G20 president, and India incoming. We particularly welcome as well the growing science and technology and innovation cooperation between our countries. I think best represented through the extraordinary Square Kilometre Array research project that both of our countries are progressing, and that the whole world will benefit from the scientific discoveries. So I'm looking forward to sharing Australian perspectives on the international issues between us, but particularly to listening to South African perspectives and understanding them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Assistant Minister. The South